What type of carnival circus tomfoolery is going on here? Carnival Cruise Lines, just who exactly do you think you are? I am angry. You think you can implement a curfew on us paying passengers? I am a grown adult. Even if I am wearing my cool Spider-Man jammies, I go to sleep when I say it's time to go to sleep. You need to be worried about all them fights and stuff that's going on board. Oh, wait a minute. This is a curfew for kids, not all of the passengers. Sorry. So part of me wants to say good job, Carnival, and it's about time that they're actually doing something about these children and implementing a curfew. However, it's a little bit of a head scratcher and a conundrum because I'm confused. I thought that there was already a curfew on board Carnival ships. But anyway, Carnival has announced that they are making a change to their minor policy. You get it? Because it's a policy, but it's also for minors, people that are under the age of 18. But anyway, seriously guys, Carnival has come out and announced that they are going to be making a change and that guests under the age of 17 have a curfew in which they can no longer be out in public areas past a certain time. Unless, of course, here's the caveat, they are at the Teen Club, Club O2, or at the Circle C activities. This new update does come off the heels of not only Carnival Cruise Lines just a week ago, kind of coming in and reconfirming their know before you go policy, in which they confirm once again and kind of solidify the zero tolerance for disorderly conduct, aka fighting and scraps that have been taking place in recent years on board Carnival ships, stating that you're going to get kicked out and banned. But they're also talking about what's been an issue for a long time, and that is kids running around during the evening or early morning hours, causing a ruckus, knocking on doors, running up and down hallways and stairs, hogging elevators and pushing buttons, and just all kinds of things that come out to be a mess, and it doesn't exactly create the ideal environment for all the adults that are just trying to have a good night out. Now, the curfew right now is set for 1 a.m. Honestly, I'd be willing to fight for midnight to get all these kids back in bed or at least out of public areas because everybody's just trying to have a good time and party and shake a tail feather. But Carnival also noted that when it comes to kids being rambunctious, typically it's more prominent on the last night of the cruise because, of course, the daycare and teen areas are all closed and you got kids that made little rascal friends with everybody else and they're never going to see each other again, so they decide to essentially wall out and just have a great time and cause a lot of disturbances, and well, obviously that's not good. We do have John Held, he's the ambassador for Carnival Cruise Lines. He did come out and state that if any passenger is violating this new policy, there is the potential for them to be kicked off at the nearest port and banned, and of course they also have to get home at their own expense. So this does mean for parents, if your little seedling, your munchkin is out there acting up, they're going to get kicked off, and since they probably don't have the money or the know-how to get home, you have to forget about them over in Cozumel, Mexico, and just poop out another child. I'm joking, by the way, guys. I really am. Or am I? But seriously, John Held has come out and stated that clearly and obviously they're not going to kick a child off and the parents aren't going to come with them. The parents obviously have to go as well. But before all that happens, they do believe in due process. There is going to be an investigation and they're also going to try to give a warning depending on the severity of the situation. So the parents are going to get a stern talking to, and if they keep acting up after that, then they're going to get the boot. So I think this is great news. However, we do have to address the cruise ship in the room and ask the big question. Obviously, other lines like Royal Caribbean and NCL should definitely follow suit with haste, with the quickness, because this is something that has been problematic on all of their lines for a long time. But the question of the day is this going to actually get enforced? I sailed on the Carnival Mardi Gras last year, and I gotta tell you, these kids were out here at 3 and 4 a.m. disturbing the peace, trying to sneak into the club. Some of them actually were able to get into the nightclub on board, and well, this is something, like I said, has been a problem for a long time. So is the security actually going to step up and enforce this? Or is all this just a bunch of mumbo jumbo, some malarkey, just talk to hype everybody up and make them think that there's actually going to be some changes that are being made? At this point, I guess time will tell, but I will be on the Carnival celebration for both the transatlantic and the inaugural sailing in November. So hopefully by then, everything has been straightened out and there won't be any kids running around in the middle of the night while the adults are trying to do the adult thing and enjoy their night. Anyway, so moving on, I have a pretty big problem when it comes to my NCL Prima sailing that is set for today. So most of you know that I am a former crew member for NCL. It's actually when I started this channel when I was working for them as an entertainer. And this is my first cruise ever with NCL. I'm so excited. You guys know I've cruised with Virgin on multiple occasions, Carnival and Royal Caribbean. But yeah, this is kind of like, it's sentimental to me because I work for NCL and now I'm going back on an NCL ship. But anyway, that's not important. My issue is I have installed the app for NCL and I've done all my documentation, but I haven't gotten an embarkation time or a boarding time rather. NCL has not told me when I'm supposed to board the ship. So what I did was call NCL after looking all over the website, all over the app, because when I go into the app, it's telling me to basically sign back in whenever I board or whenever I'm on the ship. So I called NCL and it was a nice lady that picked up from over in Tampa, Florida, my home. We talked for a little bit and she was a little confused about it too because she said the ship leaves here in Amsterdam at midnight. And she was saying I have to be on the ship 3 hours prior to that. So she told me to get on the ship at 9 o'clock and not before that. She said arrive there at around 9, which 9 p.m. obviously is a little late to be boarding the ship. If I remember correctly, I don't think I've ever seen a ship where, yes, they may leave late, but I've never seen where they actually have the boarding process because you got all the porters and everybody else at the port and terminal that have to go to bed and wake up early every morning. It just wouldn't make sense at all to me. This is the information that they're giving me. I was extremely confused and I didn't want to believe that I'm supposed to be boarding the ship at 9 p.m. today. Like I said, doesn't make sense because technically this is the first day of the cruise. So I'm not going to spend all day here at the hotel, get out of the hotel at 12, and then go wander around until 9 p.m. So I walked over to the terminal because the hotel that I'm at, the Novapic Hotel, just happens to be at the cruise terminal. I can literally see the NCL Prima from my bedroom, which is actually pretty cool. I talked to some gentlemen over there, and they said the boarding would probably start at around 10 or 11. However, since they are not directly working for NCL, they can't confirm my boarding time. So whenever I start my vlog today, I am going to start the continuation and hopefully the resolution, the problem solving of this issue. And well, we'll go from there. Just wish me luck. I'm going to get out of here. I got to finish packing, get ready to hopefully head to the ship and see what's going on. If you guys have any comments when it comes to the curfew issue with the kids, let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you guys have sailed with NCL before, if this is normal where they don't give you a boarding time and you're expected to just show up and this is just kind of customary for all the passengers, also please let me know. Give me some guidance on that and some clarification. I'd really appreciate it. I'm also doing a live stream today, by the way, at 6 p.m. my time. It'll be, what, noon for you guys over there Eastern time. So make sure you guys tune in for that. I will be on board, hopefully, and well, we can have a good time. I appreciate you guys. I love all of you. Thank you so much because, like I said, for me, this is very sentimental. It kind of comes full circle. I started with NCL and now I'm finally going back on an NCL ship. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. You guys are going to make me cry. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Touring Plans, our sponsors, to book your cruise, and I'll see all of you later. Take it easy.